Welcome to Frederick at its best. And this is an occasion where we present proclamations and recognize good things happening in the Frederick County community. I'm Frederick County Executive Jan Gardner. And today we're here for two very special and related proclamations, both related to children. April is Child Abuse Prevention Month, and April is also the month of the young child. So first we'll start off by trying to present some understanding that child abuse and neglect is a national, state, and local issue that just does not only affect the people involved, but does affect the whole community. The consequences of child abuse and neglect ripple throughout the life of any child who's been impacted by either abuse or neglect. It negatively impacts that child's ability to be successful in school, ultimately in work, and in relationships, even in their adult life. Consider these shocking facts from the American Society for the Positive Care of Children. Almost 1,600 children die unnecessarily from child abuse and neglect every year. 3.6 million child abuse cases are reported each year, and that involves the whole family, so that involves 6.6 million children in total. One of the most shocking statistics to me is this one. In the past 10 years, the number of children who have died from abuse in the United States was 2.5 times higher than the number of military deaths in Iraq and Afghanistan combined. And I think that's a really, really shocking statistic. Children under the age of 1 are more likely to be abused than older children. 44.2% of children who die from child abuse are under the age of 1. And over 70% of children who die from child abuse are under the age of 3. So these are very small young children who do depend on us as a community to keep them safe. Fatalities are certainly devastating. Non-fatal traumatic childhood experiences can also be devastating, having a lifelong impact on the health and well-being of the people involved. Children who experience traumas like emotional, physical, and sexual abuse and neglect are at a much higher risk for serious mental and physical illnesses. Even the 10 most common causes of death, including heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. When we fail to provide the safe, stable, nurturing relationships children need, their exposure to extreme and sustained stress can interfere with healthy brain development and result in learning, behavioral, emotional, and physical problems. Compromised brain development narrows life's options. So what can we do? How can we prevent this? We have a responsibility as adults and as a community to create the healthy environments that allow children to achieve their long-term health and prosperity. We are working to increase public awareness with this proclamation and presentation today of child abuse and neglect, and to invoke social change. Our goal is to help children have happier, healthier, safer lives in our community. In Frederick County, we are thankful for the work of many partners in the campaign to prevent child abuse and maltreatment. The Child Advocacy Center, which earlier this year was awarded accreditation by the National Children's Alliance, is helping to play a key role in that regard. The Child Advocacy Center and community partners work together to prevent and heal child abuse through community education, investigation, prosecution, advocacy, and counseling. The Child Advocacy Center partners with a lot of other agencies, the Department of Social Services, the State's Attorney's Office, the Frederick City Police Department, the Sheriff's Office, the hospital, and the public schools, Hartley House, the Friends of the Child Advocacy Center, and many others who are really caring individuals who try to make sure that we address child abuse in our community and make sure that children have what they need to be successful and recover from their experiences. Every day these partners work to build community and thus build hope, which just so happens to be the theme for Child Prevention Month this year. If you want more information or need assistance, you can visit the Child Advocacy Center's webpage, which is at the county's webpage with a /CAC, or call Director Lynn Davis, who's standing here with me, at 301-600-1762. We'll hear more from Lynn in just a moment. Most important, if you think a child is being abused or neglected or maltreated, report it. Call the Child Advocacy Center or call Child Protective Services. And the phone number for Child Protective Services is 301-600-2464. And they are available to take calls 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And, always better safe than sorry is the right thing to do here. Always be an advocate for children. And if you observe anything that you're concerned about, please report it, because that child can't do it themselves. The other proclamation we have in April is the month of the young child. And today we honor young children and all those who work to make sure children's lives are happy, healthy, and prosperous, that they can be successful in their adult lives. And we want to acknowledge everybody who makes a difference to children. All young children need and deserve a high-quality early learning experience that will prepare them for life. And Frederick County has great opportunities to do that. The month of the young child is a time for our county to recognize that early years are learning years for all young children. This special celebration is sponsored by the National Association for the Education of Young Children and is an opportunity for early childhood programs across the country, including child care, Head Start programs, preschools, elementary schools, and others, to hold activities to bring awareness to the needs of young children. Young children and their families depend on high-quality education and child care, which helps children get a great start and brings lasting benefits to Frederick County and our community. This is a time to recognize the importance of early learning and early literacy, and to celebrate the teachers and policies that bring early childhood education to young children. And we certainly talk about that in our budget as we try to support education, we try to support early childhood development, particularly through intervention in our health department. So before I go any further, I'd like to read the proclamations, and then we'll introduce and let some of the people who have joined me up here, and I have a great crowd, to tell you a little bit about what they do and what's happening. So the first proclamation is for Child Abuse Prevention Month. Whereas all Frederick County citizens share a responsibility to protect our children, during Child Abuse Prevention Month, we renew our commitment to prevent child abuse and neglect, and to work to enable our children to realize their full potential. And whereas childhood is a formative time, and abuse can have devastating long-term effects on young lives. In order to provide a safe environment for our young people, parents must work to protect their children from the dangers that threaten them. Family members, educators, public officials, faith-based and community organizations all play an important role in helping to ensure that children are safe and can grow surrounded by love and stability. And whereas we observe Child Abuse Prevention Month, we underscore our commitment to building a community where all children can thrive, develop character, and learn to be responsible citizens in an environment of security and love. And whereas the pinwheel is the national symbol of child abuse prevention, and we see pinwheel gardens set up through our community this month, including outside of Winchester Hall. And whereas we honor our obligation to support and protect our young people, all of us have an opportunity to make a positive difference in the life of a child and to build a brighter future for our country. Now, therefore, as the County Executive of Frederick County, Maryland, I hereby proclaim April 2016 as Child Abuse Prevention Month in Frederick County and commend this observance to all of our citizens. And then I'll read the second proclamation, which is related, where April is the month of the young child. Whereas the month of the young child is a time for emphasizing the rights, needs, and well-being of all young children in Maryland and in Frederick County, and by participating in the month's activities, everyone will join voices in support of our nation's youngest children and their families. And whereas young children are the future parents, workers, and decision makers of the world, adults hold a major responsibility for encouraging and nurturing their growth and development. And whereas the National Association for the Education of Young Children and the State of Maryland's Month of the Young Child is held every April to focus attention on the particular needs of young children and their families through public information activities and events. Now, therefore, as the County Executive of Frederick County, Maryland, I hereby proclaim the month of April as the month of the young child and commend this observance to all of our citizens. So, excuse me. With that, I will ask Lynn Davis, who's the director of our Child Advocacy Center, to say a few words, and then we'll pass the microphone.
Thank you. We really appreciate the support that Frederick County government has given to supporting and nurturing our young children. We are very pleased that there are so many people up here working for the same goal, and that's safe and healthy kids that make adults who are loving and nurturing and contribute to our communities. One of the things I'm really excited about as April is Child Abuse Prevention Month is how many people are using the pinwheel to recognize that children deserve happy childhoods, and it's up to us as adults to do that for them. We're the ones who create that environment. So I'm excited about that. I was really excited on Friday when it was declared Wear Blue Day, and if you check out our Facebook page or the Friends of the Child Advocacy's Facebook page, you will see dozens of groups wearing blue to show their support for our children. That's what we need to create the safe environments that will help our children thrive. So we're excited for April and the hope that that brings all of us.
Hi, I'm Judy Federline. I'm the treasurer of the Friends of the Child Advocacy Center. And I again want to reiterate, thank you so much for so many of the groups that participated in Wear Blue Day. We've gotten dozens of pictures. Please check out the websites. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Kristen Dunn. I'm the forensic interviewer co-located with the Department of Social Services and the Child Advocacy Center.
Shelley Beddoe, I am with Frederick County Department of Social Services.
Kelly Glotfelty, I'm with Frederick County Department of Social Services.
Jenny Veith, and I'm the Child and Family Counselor at the CAC.
I'm Mary Ellis, and I am a friend of the Child Advocacy Center.
Hello, I'm Carla Paylor. I'm the pediatrician at the Child Advocacy Center.
I'm Eve Tagline with the Department of Social Services.
I'm Shayna Knight with United Way of Frederick County.
Leah Johnson, Friends of the Child Advocacy Center.
Hi, I'm Pam Holtzinger. I'm the forensic nurse examiner, both working at the Child Advocacy Center with Dr. Paylor, but I also represent Frederick Memorial Hospital and our supporting of the children in our county as the program coordinator for the forensic nurse program at FMH.
I'm Sarah Wiles. I'm here to support child maltreatment awareness, and I'm volunteering under Pamela Holtzinger.
Hi, Faye Glover, Friends of the CAC.
Hello, I'm Patty Morrison, and I am the Director of Child Care Choices, a program of the Mental Health Association, and also the chair of the 27th Annual Children's Festival in Baker Park. And I, too, would like to thank you and the county government for all of the support in proclaiming the month of April, the month of the young child, and the importance of early experiences for young children. As the chair of the Children's Festival, I'd like to point out that we are Child Care Choices is sponsoring it, as well as the Interagency Early Childhood Committee, which is which is a subcommittee of the Local Management Board and the City of Frederick. And we would like to invite everyone to come out to the Children's Festival on Saturday, April 30th. You should see these flyers everywhere. We are also on the cover of Frederick Child Magazine. And it really is a culmination of the month of the young child, celebrating the wonder of childhood. And parents will be able to come and learn about different services that the Frederick County offers, as well as children being able to partake in free activities. It's a great, fun day. We're expecting sunshine, so I'm hoping that everyone will be able to join us. We have brought some gifts, so one of our members will talk about those gifts in just a moment.
Thank you. My name is Malcolm Fergal. I'm the co-chair of the Interagency Early Childhood Committee that Pei was just talking about. And just want to, again, echo my thanks to the county and to all those here today to support these efforts. And I also represent, as well, all of my colleagues, Shana Knight, United Way of Frederick County. And as a recent father of a 4.5-month-old daughter, I'm just thrilled to see so many in the community coming together to work on these important issues. Thank you.
And I'm Nancy Boyd with Safe Kids Frederick County and Families Plus. And I'd like to highlight another risk of our children. Actually, unintentional injury is the #1 cause of death for children 1 through 19. So that's things like falls and car crashes and bicycle crashes. And if we look at growth and development of children, we know that at certain stages, certain things are going to happen. When they start to walk, we know they're going to fall. So we have to put those prevention steps in place ahead of time. Put the gates on the stairs. Put the covers on the corners of the tables. Put the bicycle helmets on their heads. Strap them into their car seats properly. And all of those other preventative issues that we can put in place ahead of time. Since Safe Kids Worldwide started as the National Safe Kids program in Washington, D.C. back in 1988, we have decreased through just teaching parents prevention. We have decreased the deaths from unintentional injuries by almost 60%.
Hi, I'm Leslie Barnes with the Office for Children, Youth, and Families. Our program provides funding for area agencies so that we're able to improve the health and well-being outcomes for the children in our communities.
I'm Katie McCabe, and I'm the family advocate at the Child Advocacy Center.
I'm Sharon D'Alessandro, and I'm with Frederick County Department of Social Services.
My name's Athena Edsel, and I'm with the CAC.
Shannon Pulsifer with Department of Social Services.
I'm Christy Berkey. I work for Child Care Choices. I'm the co-chair of the Children's Festival.
Good morning, I'm Shannon Alshire with the Mental Health Association.
Jenny Simoneau with the Children's Center in beautiful downtown Walkersville. And we brought for you today, Jan, some samples of ways that we work with young children in developing. This is Play-Doh, and children's play is their work. And that's how they learn. And what our job is to put the CAC out of business. So one of the ways we can do that is by working with young children and supporting their parents in learning appropriate ways to work with their young children and to help to nurture them.
So how old was the child who made this?
66.
Okay, I was going to say it looks really good. So, and for those of you who can't see it, it is a Maryland terrapin turtle, and so it looks like somebody did a really good job here.
Hi, I'm Shelley Times. I'm the Director of Family Partnership. We're a family support center here in Frederick County. We work with youth, young children, and their parents. We provide adult education classes, employment services, as well as a lot of different kinds of parent education classes. And the children can provide, or the children are provided with child development services and school readiness while they're at our center.
Okay, is that everybody? All right. Well, I want to thank all of you for the great work you do in supporting the children in our community. And we certainly want every child to have a happy face like you see on this advertisement for the Children's Festival. Children deserve to have a joyful childhood and ultimately a productive life. So I want to thank all of you for everything you do to make sure our children are well served in our community and can grow up to be productive citizens. And I know sometimes the work at the Child Advocacy Center can be hard, but it really is very meaningful and makes a big difference to the future for these children. So come on out to the Children's Festival on Saturday, April 30th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Bring your children or your grandchildren. It will be a fun day. And again, thank you for joining us and for helping us to support the Month of the Child in Frederick County and always to support our Child Advocacy Center and all of its partners. Thank you for joining us.